Speaking with Canadian Part 4, Spyware, China.
So we're going to keep talking about spyware. So there's a lot to talk about with spyware, but you're being mass surveilled, and the social credit score already exists. Again, this is
so it's already here.
Yeah,
it's already the social credit score exists. In
that's
America.
right. And so what they're trying to do is move away from traditional credit scores and move into social credit scores. So this is things like mass compliance. So the reason why they're pushing these things is because they're trying to understand how they can measure you as a citizen. Mm-hmm. If you know about Klaus Schwab, anybody here should probably be familiar with Klaus Schwab in the World Economic Forum. They've openly mandated and talked about implementing these systems because they said they admire the Chinese people, and they're not actively going to go after Asian people because they're highly compliant in their societies. They're interested in going after non-compliance. And actually, the communities they're having most trouble with COVID compliance and vaccine compliance specifically, are Black Americans and conservative Americans. And actually take that as a point of pride.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Okay, so that was a way better idea. Listen, guys. This is a Canadian citizen, and for all you God believers, okay, this was God. I walked into Black Bear. I don't even like Black Bear. I only eat it in Madera, California, because that dude's a Raider fan. But I walked into Black Bear, and I happened to see with my brother, we happened to see some black chicks who mentioned something we were talking about, and this guy looked over, and here we go. Y'all been asking me to get proof. Here you go. Keep going, my brother.
No. So I'll continue. We'll talk about I could talk about spyware for days, and we can get back on that. But I'll tell you a little bit more about the internment camps, because what happened was, so I was forced to pay for 15 days in a hotel. And by the way, there's no food, there's no water. If you don't have a way to source that yourself, luckily you can use Uber Eats and all these things. If you don't have a way to pay for these things and have someone deliver directly to your hotel door, you're not eating, and nobody cares about it. Nobody cares about it. The hotel staff simply won't take your calls because you're a COVID patient. It's disgusting. So when my days ended, of course, I was super happy. I scheduled my flight back here where my home is in the United States. And I was turned away at the border, not by the American authorities, but by another Canadian health official when I was trying to leave the country. And she told me unless I could present papers that proved a good excuse to travel during a global pandemic, she's going to be refusing my rights at the border. Now, you have to understand that this is a major problem when you're traveling internationally on a visa. 3 denials means a permanent restriction on your travel to the United States.
So you get stuck in Canada.
Forever. And this would impact my livelihood. Quite frankly, the type of work that I do is not economically viable in Canada. There's a concept in Canada we call brain drain. All the most talented Canadians end up leaving Canada because the opportunities in Canada are not good. People fail to understand that Canadian success relies on American success. Canadians and Americans should not be fighting. This is just